Why do you choose to be an eye surgeon?
Well, it goes back to a story when I was in medical school. I was at Moorfields Eye Hospital in London, and there was this guy who gave this lecture about this global kind of free eye service that they do. It's called Orbis, and it's free charity. And he was doing. He was involved in this particular mission in Ethiopia, and he told the story of this one boy who was the sole earner of his family. He was only 13. His name's Kofi, and he has to basically in the mornings he would go to school, and in the afternoons he would walk like 5 miles to the city to fix shoes so he can make money in order to feed his family. And with time, because of some illness that he had, he developed cataracts in both eyes, and he became completely blind, and he couldn't see, he couldn't work, he couldn't go to school, they couldn't eat, he couldn't feed his family, they had to beg for food. So when this guy went there with the team, they did the surgery for him and he could see. And then what was amazing was the letter that he received like 1 year later that said, "Thank you so much, you literally saved our lives." And I was just so amazed by the impact of this one specialty could have, because not only did he help this boy to see, he helped this boy regain his independence and be able to feed his family again, and he helped allow this boy contribute back to the kind of economy of the community. So I thought, wow, this one specialty not only helps the person, helps the community around him as well. So I just thought I want to be a part of that. So that's what inspired me to do ophthalmology.
That gives me goosebumps. And sometimes, and not sometimes, but all the time, we don't take our eyes. We take our eyes for granted, don't we?
Yeah. True.
How fragile is the eye, really?
No, it's stronger than you think, honestly. It's stronger than you think. I've seen people who accidentally like hit their eye with something, and they could still see. So it really does depend. Certain injuries can be a lot more traumatic than others. But yeah, look after your eyes, basically.
I heard of a story that forever changed my perspective. There's a friend's daughter who were blinded or somehow, affected by paper cut in the eye.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's quite scary. And severe.
All things, right? You think that the paper is harmless.
Are you sure that story is real with paper cut?
It's been a long time. I don't even keep in touch with that person. So
I hope that's not true, because that would be really sad.
I know. Hey, what is a day in the life of a doctor look like?
For me, as an eye doctor, would be a bit different than these doctors in the hospitals and stuff, which is why I chose eye. It's such a cool and nice profession. Really, I love it so much. So our days are not the same. So in a normal day where it's just clinic, so we go into clinic, we see cases, and then because I'm the consultant, one of the consultants there, any kind of cases that needed to be escalated to my level would be sent to me. So then I will decide the treatment for them, if we need to admit them, etc. On a day where we operate, I would go to the operating theater early to set everything up. But before that, we would have already seen the patients in clinic, maybe a week or 2 weeks before, and then do the surgery with, in theater. And then the next day we will see them again in clinic to make sure that they're okay. So so our job's quite varied, and I really love ophthalmology because it's a nice mix between medicine, having to use your kind of intellect to figure out what's happening with this patient, and also surgery. So having to use, your hands and operate with, because it's a very fine surgery. It's a micro surgery, meaning we have to use microscope to operate, because, how small is an eye? It's like this small, right? So yeah, it's pretty cool. And I really love it. Yeah.
So your hand cannot shake. Do you take?
No, you have to have very stable hands. Sorry?
How do you,
Sorry, what'd you say,
prepare yourself? Do you have special exercise or things that you need to do?
No. the less you mess with your body, I think the better. Because I have friends who drink coffee in the mornings. They don't drink coffee before they operate because they're worried that they're going to shake. Because imagine under the microscope, any little move is huge, right? So you have to have very good control. Yeah.
It also speaks to how important is the ability to control your emotion and be extremely calm. So what happened if you have a bad day and you had a fight with Joe, and you know, are you, you know, and your blood is boiling, right? And someone's eye is on your hand. It must be very scary. So now I understand what you mean by emotional resilience.
Resilience. Firstly, thank God that's never happened.
Oh.
And you know, I'm usually quite calm even when things kind of go, you know, not so as well as planned.
Right.
The thing is, your patients are awake. Don't forget that. You know, this is where your search in your search. Yes, they can hear you, everything.
Oh my
So
God.
sometimes I purposely make jokes with my nurses, you know, make it casual, and patients like it apparently. Like they say, oh, you know, that really calmed me down because I was so nervous, you know. Kind of make them feel at ease, even if something goes wrong. Like, you know, you don't say, oh my God, what did I just do? You know, so you better say, you have to have cute, you know, you have to have like kind of like your own language.
Yes.
So that people know, okay, get this out, get this ready, you know, we can do this, you know. So calm down, don't panic.
You
I
play
always
music
remember that.
in your theater room.
Oh yeah, so I used to play like classical music and stuff, and then at one point I forgot to bring my speakers, so then I haven't since. But yeah, that helps a lot too. So sometimes during emergencies I bring in my Bluetooth speaker and play some music, and it helps the anesthetists as well. You know, it's quite nice for them to hear some sort of like calming or lounge music. Sometimes classical can be a bit like too exciting, you know, when you have like really fast beats and stuff. So sometimes lounge music is also good, you know, when you're operating. It's not, I don't think people normally use music in repasts, but we do sometimes. Yeah.
You're probably the coolest doctor.
Why? Because we play music.
Hey,